beaches as you continue hiking on. We don't recommend that you swim in these beaches. They're quite rocky and there's quite a lot of strong current. They're too big for some beautiful beaches. Here on my left, we have a little bit of history. This was the original home of the previous island owner, a Frenchman from the 19th century. His name was Mr. Dubois. So he came in and he was responsible for going ahead and starting up the coco de mer plantations, which if you've done a little bit of research, you'll know it's the really big coconut that look like booties. Those ones. He started up the plantation and he owned the island. So this is where him and his family used to stay around the 19th century. But when they did unfortunately pass away, they've left some furniture and everything over here. So we maintained that on the top. It's like a museum during the day that you can come and visit to see how life was back then. And at the bottom is Grancas, which is our local cuisine restaurant. So if you like to taste Seychelles, this is the best place to come for dinner from 6:30 to 10. On the right over here, we have a little conservation center. If you'd like to know more about the island's plants and animals, you can always come have a trip. My colleagues will be happy to assist. So a little more about Seychelles. We have more than 115 islands.
Wow.
Okay, so Silhouette is the third biggest one.
Wow.
And the only downside is the size of the roads, as you can see. So we actually have an authentic village on the island, complete with villages and houses and artifacts and everything. 25 to 30 to be exact. They work with the Island Development Company in order to maintain and preserve Silhouette. So on the right over here, you can see we have a community center. This is where they have get-togethers and events. And on the left on this side, we have a small shop that they get weekly rations from. Coming up on our left, we have, this is a ruined home from the 18th century. So this is what houses used to look like traditionally from the 18th century. We've not made any modifications whatsoever. We've just left it as it is to remind us of our people and our roots. This was built with the takamaka tree, which is, you can see that really thick, chunky one on the beach over there. That's the takamaka tree. We also make takamaka rum that you can enjoy from your minibar at the villa. Coming up ahead of us, we have what was once a primary school. It's been closed for about 4 to 5 years now. There's a lot of children on the island have grown up and gone to market. So this has been closed for a while, but you can always come and take a look, take a walk around and see what's available. On the right, we have the medical center. So if you require any medical attention, it's open from Monday to Saturday from 8 in the morning until 4 in the evening. On Sundays, the doctors are on call. And should you require a PCR test for your departure, this is where your samples will be taken.
Okay.
Spread out along the left in all of these lovely wooden houses where the villagers live. If you'd like to know more about the history or the culture of Silhouette or Seychelles in general, you can always have a conversation with them. They're very friendly. And on my right, if you'd like to indulge in some of the water sports that we do offer, this is the Labriz Dive Center. So we offer scuba diving, snorkeling and kayaking. All the activities have reduced a little bit because of COVID, but this is where you can come and make a booking if you'd like to go. It's like a gift shop or a souvenir shop if you'd like to rent or buy equipment as well. This is where you can. If you have not indulged in water activities before, do not worry, we are 5-star PADI certified, equipped with a training pool. We have a few dive masters that will be giving you a few training sessions in the pool itself before you're allowed to go ahead and open water dive. If you would like to take a course in order to maybe dive recreationally or professionally, we do offer PADI courses, open water, advanced open water, rescue diving and dive master courses. If you'd like to know more information or would like to take up one, then you can always have a talk with Laura, our dive instructor, and she'll be assisting you with that. Straight up through on my right side, you can see another island, that's North Island. A very famous spot for diving. We've seen about a 4 to 5 meter whale shark. And a few dolphins as well. So if you'd like to go diving, request that they take you to North Island. up at you, it's just they're just trying to cross the road. Also want to let our buggy drivers know to be a little extra careful so we don't have crab for dinner. Okay, this is the reception. We're having a small shop.
This guy was saying
the main bar in Hilton. So these two restaurants is where you'll be having lunch every day from 12 to 3:30.
Okay.
Coming up ahead of us, we have Portobello. This is our Italian-inspired ready-to-wear cuisine. Fine dining restaurant, and the only one of its kind on the island. It's also the only restaurant that has a dress code. So the dress code is resort chic, which means because it's fine dining, you can either wear a long dress or heels or sandals. We want you to enjoy dressing up, so you can come and enjoy a lovely meal. So if you do come in beachwear or normal clothes, they might not let you in. On the right here, we have the main entrance to the labriz bar. And here, if you'd like to know which restaurants are open or closed, green is open, red is closed. So like Granca's, it's closed during the day and open during the night for dinner.
Okay.
If we have any entertainment activities going on the island, it will be displayed in the small notice board at the bottom. Sometimes we have live music shows, live DJ nights, fire shows, music duos, the local language singing bands, so you can come and enjoy accordingly. On this side on my right, we have a small pizzeria if you're ever craving some normal food. And on my left over here, we have the roundhouse. So at the bottom, we have two lovely souvenir shops that you can get some trinkets to either take home or utilize here on the island. And on top, we have a local artist gallery. So if you'd like to see what Seychelles art looks like, you can take a trip and have a look. We also have a small cinema for kids on select days. Behind me is the main entrance to the swimming pool, open from 8 to 6:30 in the evening. You don't have to bring your own towels, we'll provide a full entrance. And over here, we have the giant tortoises. These ones are the babies. The giant ones get really giant. The oldest child is about 13 to 14 years old. The oldest ever was 150, 175 years old. So we take them from the other side of the island when they're very young. bring them here, make sure they grow up okay, and we take them back to the other side of the island when they're old enough. So you can come take some pictures or feed them. You just not allowed inside the cage because they can be quite, biting. Activity center or the concierge desk. This is where you'll be coming to book any activities including dinner. If you don't make a reservation for dinner, then you won't have a table and we don't want you to be without dinner on your vacation. So you have to come and make a reservation. You don't necessarily have to come every day. I know it can be quite stressful. You can come once and book for the consecutive duration of your stay. We provide you with the menus to all of the restaurant outlets we have so you can see the items, the cuisine, the dishes, and then make a booking accordingly. If you like to book for hiking, picnics or fishing trips, romantic sunset cruises or visit other islands like Pralin and Ladip, this is where you can make a booking as well. We also have bicycles for rental throughout the day. It's about 200 rupees per day per person, and also you have to return the bicycles by 6 p.m. Okay. Facility of the gym and the tennis court is also available. Tennis court is booking in advance. We only allow one villa at a time as per COVID regulations, and the gym is 4 people at a time. So you just have to come here and have a check how many people there are, and then if it's less than 4, you can go ahead and utilize it. I'm not frying any brains. This is not too much information, is it? Okay. So ahead of us, we have some of the complimentary games. Enjoy. On your small newspaper at the last page, there's a weekly schedule for the restaurants, and Cafe Dalban is listed as a dinner restaurant on Sunday. Like tonight we have a fisherman's buffet dinner at Cafe Dalban. So on select days we do have buffet dinners. Breakfast is buffet as well. If you'd like to go ahead and enjoy it, you can just drop by the activity center and let them know that you'll be going.
Okay, do we also have to make a reservation for dinner at Cafe Dalban?
Not a reservation per se, but if you do let us know that you're going, we can ensure that you get a table.
Okay.
So we just want to make sure that your spot is there.
Okay.
Otherwise, reservations is only for dinner. Breakfast and lunch you can always walk in, no problem.
Okay.
On my right over here, we have a small netted area. This is the mini organic garden. We've had harvesting pretty recently. So this is where we grow some of our leafy vegetables and creepers. And on the left, we have Sanctuary Pavilions, where you are equipped with a private gazebo for in-room dining, private pool, larger living space, bigger bathroom. The bicycles are included in the room, and you also get a beautiful view of the mountains. On the right, it's a similar fashion, but beachfront edition. So you have private access to the beach, private outdoor shower, or private outdoor swimming pool, larger living space, and of course, a fantastic view of the ocean. And coming up ahead of us, we have the main organic garden. This one is open to the public, so you can always come take a walk and see what's available. We really do try and grow our own food, so about 5 to 10% of what you consume at the restaurants, including fruits, vegetables, seasoning, and herbs, is our own produce. We have a little board here that will let you know how much of what we're doing. Come take a look and see what's available. And if you enjoy taking pictures or maybe doing some walking in the morning or in the evening, this is the perfect path to do it on. During sunrise and sunset, we have really beautiful golden light that hits the leaves, and it paints like this really picturesque moment where it takes really nice pictures. On this side, we've got a lovely backdrop on this side. Go ahead and grow something. They all chose tomatoes, so we planted theirs over there. And over here we have one of the most famous beaches. I like to call it the wedding beach, but some of my colleagues will call it the spa beach. So we actually have either young couples or older senior citizens who come in and they like to either renew their vows or have a private wedding ceremony. So this is where they come in. We had one very recently actually. So this is the aisle. They have a little arch over here. A tent will be set up at the back with some champagne, cake, and wedding official. And it's actually very beautiful to watch, but since it's so private, it's very rare as well. And this is what we've been waiting for. I know jet lag is quite a pain in the bum. So here we have it. Euphoria is our spa. So you can make a booking for the spa one of two ways. One would be you can go down to the activity center. They will provide you with a menu with all of the charges, the massages and treatments that are available, and then you can just make a booking directly. Or when I do come and pick you up once your villa is ready, you have QR codes in the room and I will be showing you how to use them. So basically you scan it and it uploads the menu on your phone. So you have, like you get at the activity center on your phone, then you can just dial reception and we can connect you or take the booking down for you accordingly. On top here we have a jacuzzi, and at the back we have a sauna or steam room if you like to utilize these. Bookings are done in advance as we only allow one villa at a time. As per COVID regulations, we have to sterilize it between each use and ensure that you're safe, happy and clean. So up from here, we actually have one more villa, which is called the Concierge Desk. It's about 2,500 to 3,000 euros a night, making it the most expensive one on the island. There's also another beach on that side by the name of Presidential Beach. And all of the beaches are public, so you can utilize them of course. But we do recommend that you either take request for a buggy or have some bicycles with you, so you're not too tired with going up and down. We also have two other hiking trails on that side, one of which is Untitled 3 kilometers, 1.5 hours to go and come. You can choose to do this hike by yourself. However, you will have to let us know when you leave and when you come back, so we know that you arrived safely. The next hike would be Grand Bab, which is 10 kilometers, about 6.5 to 7 hours hike. You will be provided with, of course, a guide, some drinks and snacks, and you'll be starting early in the morning, so you can come back while there's still daylight. You'll be crossing through 3 of the most famous things in Seychelles. One would be the National Park Reserve.